And we are live for Windy City Hockey, and Blackhawks are on the air as they face off against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Should be a fun night, everyone. Let's see who's in. What's up, Hawkthorne? You're the first to be in this stream, so welcome. Should have the game on. Okay, the game is on. Marc-Andre Fleury has just hit the ice for your Chicago Blackhawks in his old barn in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the PPG Paints Arena. This should be a fun night because Fleury's in his original stadium. Well, not original stadium. He played in the Igloo, but now he's in the stadium he helped win multiple Stanley Cups in. So, this should be a fun matchup. The Penguins are without Crosby and Malkin. The Hawks are looking for their first win of the season. And Marc-Andre Fleury looking for his first Blackhawk win in net. So, we should have a fun night, guys. Sorry, my dogs are barking. What's up, Aaron? How are you doing? Again, I'm going to just give you guys the heads up. As you can see in the scroll going through, it does say in the stream there won't be any game feed for copyright purposes. So I don't want that on my channel. I'm going to give you my best for this preview. Who do you think will win? Well, I'm hoping the Chicago Blackhawks will win. It will be very nice to see a Blackhawks win tonight. We are on our third game of the season. They've lost the first two, got a point last night against the New Jersey Devils by stealing that point, and now they're in Pittsburgh ready to go again. Pittsburgh not on a back-to-back, but Hawks are. That's usually a tough matchup. A team coming off a back-to-back where the Penguins and a team that's not on a back-to-back. I hope those three do get goals tonight. Though that will be nice to see. I'm really hoping to see Jonathan Toews hit the goal scoring spot. I don't have any beer, sorry. No problem, Whitney. Welcome to the stream, and we should have a fun night tonight. Hopefully a Hawks win at the end of the game, because we haven't had one of those in a while. Yeah, unfortunately, no beer. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm wearing my Marc-Andre Fleury Chicago Blackhawk jersey tonight because it kind of is fitting just because today they are playing the Penguins. I had to go with the Flower jersey tonight. I haven't worn it yet for the season, so now I am. I added the Tony Esposito patch onto it, so we're all good to go. Yeah, especially Rip Tonio, greatest goalie in team history. Blackhawk Kool-Aid. Okay, that's an interesting one. Bold Penguin. What is that sponsor on that helmet? God, that's pretty bad looking. I guess it works. It has the word Penguins in it for Pittsburgh. Okay, guys. Last night I didn't go live for the game against the Devils because I did want to hear John Weideman do the call because I wanted to see how he would do. He did well last night. I like John Weideman. It's going to be weird next year when Pat Foley is not doing the call for your Chicago Blackhawks, but if they do choose John Weideman as the play-by-play man for TV this coming in the next season, I would be honestly okay with it. But it's going to be sad not to know Pat Foley's not calling calling your Blackhawk games anymore because he's a legend. But Weideman is with Eddie Olczyk again tonight for the call. It should be a fun night. Yeah, I love John Weideman. He's a good play-by-play man. Memorable calls from him. Yeah, I agree. He kind of does deserve a TV spot, but sometimes play-by-play guys prefer going to the radio over TV because they feel like they're in the action more than on TV, which honestly is true. You have to be talking about what's happening in the game every moment on radio instead of on TV, because on TV you could be showing the game and you could be talking to about whatever. You've seen that with Pat Foley and Eddie Olczyk. They joke around all the time. And then on the radio, you have to be on it where you're talking about what's happening in the game. So kind of what I won't consider this as me doing it purposely, but what I do, I basically am more so on the game doing my own play-by-play for you guys. And that's what happens on this because I cannot show you the game. So I have to do my best by explaining what's happening in the game. If you understand where I'm going with that. Let's just hope for tonight the Hawks get onto the board quick because we've been down early in both of our starts. I just hope the Hawks don't come in after a back-to-back slow. They need to get those skating legs moving immediately and get it going. I should get in the booth. That's my goal, Hawkthorne. That is my goal. I would love to get in the booth to call hockey games. Hopefully Blackhawk games. That is my ultimate goal. Unfortunately, I tried getting the score, like a score clock up on my thing here. It really wasn't letting me, so I couldn't get to display a scoreboard onto here. I should get the post-game wrap-up. That would be fun. If I can't call the game, do my typical very Homer self of a review of a game. Again, don't worry, guys. You will get the typical Windy City Hockey review of a game tonight, win or loss, because I am doing a live stream. I'm still going to give you my review tonight on the channel. I always do. I don't skimp out if I'm doing a live stream or not. Here, you're just getting my live reaction during the game. Apparently, there's really no lineup changes to your Chicago Blackhawks. I was hoping to see Dylan Strome make his season debut. He is apparently not in the lineup tonight for the Hawks, so it's pretty much the same lineup we had last night, minus Kevin Lakin, and we have Marc-Andre Fleury in net for your Chicago Blackhawks. It's a little bit of a delay to the start of the game due to the fact Pittsburgh is having their home opener tonight, I do believe. I wish Doc is on the first line. In my opinion, Doc, Kane, and DeBrincat should be on the same line. I don't understand why Colleton's too stubborn not to put Doc with Kane and DeBrincat. That line gels. I like Tyler Johnson, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, he should be on the third line, not on the line with DeBrincat and Kane. Don't stunt your young star centerman's development. Get him going with star players like Kane and DeBrincat, and you have a better chance for his game to skyrocket. Give him confidence on the first line. That's always what I think should happen. He missed the majority of last season, and now he is put on the third line, but he's played a few minutes with Kane and Cat. Hopefully tonight we see more Kane, DeBrincat, and Doc on the same line tonight, but who knows? All right. Here we go. It looks like there's a few Fleury jerseys in the stand. Marc-Andre Fleury in net for your Chicago Blackhawks, coming off a loss on Wednesday night to the Colorado Avalanche, making 32 saves with 4 goals against. So Flowers looking for a quick bounce back tonight in his old barn in Pittsburgh. Tristan Jarry for the Pittsburgh Penguins in net for them. He does have a win on his ledger, beating the Tampa Bay Lightning in the NHL opening game. And here we go. All right, Jonathan Toews at the dot. Winning the faceoff is the Penguins, going down to their back of their defensive zone. The Hawks have to get to the puck. Taser doesn't get down to it. Jones slides and the Penguins score. Oh my God. The Penguins just did what the Devils did to the Hawks last night. Score immediately in the first minute of play. And that's Teddy Bluger on the board for the Penguins. He squeaks it past Marc-Andre Fleury, and the Penguins have a 1-0 lead very quick into this game, and the Hawks are already scuffling. 15 seconds into the game, the Hawks are down. Here we go. Kirby Dach at the dot, winning the faceoff back over to Connor Murphy. Murphy loses control to Jake Guentzel. Guentzel doesn't get to control it. Jake McCabe over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat mishandles the puck. McCabe now has it. Getting checked over by Guentzel. Guentzel and the Penguins gain control by Chris Letang in the defensive zone. The Penguins now taking it into the offensive zone. Guentzel sends it around the ice, and Connor Murphy gets to play into a board battle. The Penguins get out of it with Jeff Carter with the puck. Guentzel over, and big save by Fleury. Holy cow. Hawks are already off to another slow start as they come in after a back-to-back, letting in a goal early in the game last night by 17 seconds. The Penguins scored at 1945 remaining in the first period. Here we go again. Come on, Hawks. Tyler Johnson wins the faceoff back. Brendan Hagel at the boards loses control. Jahan over to Hagel. Hagel loses it with a Zucker play at the boards. Hagel squeaks the puck out and goes up to Borkstrom. Borkstrom to Jahan. Jahan in the neutral zone, dumping it into the offensive zone. That will go off the boards, and the Penguins take it back up into the neutral zone over And the Penguins now are on a rush. And a nice save by Fleury. Calvin DeHaan clears it up the ice. Yeah, it's not a good start for the Chicago Blackhawks tonight. Borgstrom steals the puck in the neutral zone, waiting for Jujhar Khaira. Khaira couldn't get control. The Penguins regain it and taking it into the neutral zone, dumping it in onto Marc-Andre Fleury. So Fleury has to make a save there. Erik Gustafsson with the puck, kicking the puck up into the neutral zone and dumping it in. And Jujhar Khaira couldn't get control. The Hawks are just getting played to the boards, and the Hawks just need to find a way to not play on their heels coming out of the locker room to start a game. This has happened all 3 games. Early in the game, you go down, and the Hawks just don't have it. Here we go. McKenzie and Whistle dumping it in with the rest of his line mates changing. It's in the offensive zone for the Hawks, but the Hawks almost steal it. And the Penguins take it into the neutral zone. Philip Kurashev out there with Connor Murphy, Jonathan Toews, Jake McCabe, and Dominic Kubalik. Kurashev dumping it in. Getting to the boards is Letang, and the Penguins take it back up the rush into the neutral zone. Jonathan Toews takes the puck. Jake McCabe sends it behind the net over to Connor Murphy. Murphy sends it back up to the ice into the neutral zone. Letang now has it going up to Bluger, and the Penguins on a 2-on-1, and a save by Fleury. Letang at the blue line sends it down, and Fleury with another save. Here we go again. The Hawks on their heels, and the first line of Jonathan Toews is not looking so good tonight. Patrick Kane steals the puck in the neutral zone, taking it into the offensive zone, but the Penguins regain control. Taking it up is Kirby Dach. Dach is now without control, but the Penguins regain it into the neutral zone with Jones and DeHaan out there for the blue line, and Fleury makes a play from taking the puck from Jeff Carter going around the ice. DeHaan getting checked, and a Penguin player went down, and no penalty is going to be called. Jeff Carter lost an edge, I guess. Jones over to Kane. Kane in the offensive zone tried to feed it over to Jones. Kane regains control to Jones. Jones sets it over to Dach behind the net. Oh, he doesn't go all the way behind. He tried to feed it to Patrick Kane, but Jake Gensel now has it on a rush, and Jake McCabe checked him down. McCabe getting checked to the boards, but keeps the puck away from the Penguins. Tyler Johnson with the puck, sending it into the neutral zone, getting checked, but keeping control of it. Going over to Murphy. Murphy to McCabe. McCabe feeds it up to the ice to Johnson. Johnson dumps it down, and the Penguins gain control, where Borgstrom gets it on the boards, but Johnson cleared it where Jarry played it. Hagel behind the net, stealing it, setting it, and no one was over to where he was trying to feed it. Stillman shoots it, and it goes wide. And the Penguins are on a 2-on-1 break with Murphy as the defenseman. And a big save by Fleury as they also ringed off the pipe. The Hawks are just on their heels tonight. They need to come off to a good start, and they have not done that this season yet. I get it's a 3rd game of the year, but come on, guys. Penguins are just cycling and setting it up. Yes, Bluger scored 15 seconds into the game. Penguins are up 1-0. Hawks are just terrible starting team right now. Oh my God, Fleury. Oh no! And the bad play by Marc-Andre Fleury. Penguins make it a 2-0 game as Fleury tried playing it behind the net. The Penguins steal the puck and just take it in open net, and the Penguins just made it 2-0. That's on Marc-Andre Fleury. I'm sorry. That's bad. I believe we are just in for yet another rough start to a game. I don't understand this team. Drew O'Connor scores his first NHL goal because he gets an empty net. That was a rough start for Marc-Andre Fleury right there. That's 2 games in a row. He's in net, and it's a rough start for him to start the game. Because the Bluger shot was honestly one that Fleury should have saved. The Hawks don't have a single shot on net. 6 minutes into play. Kara gets checked. Colleton needs to change his game plan. Jonathan Toews at the point sends it down to Jujhar Khaira. Khaira getting checked, and the Penguins regain control, sending it into the neutral zone are the Penguins. But Jonathan Toews with the puck, and it goes in over to Steph Jones in the defensive zone behind Marc-Andre Fleury. Jones looking up at the ice for an opening to take it in, and he does flips it in. And that's how you don't have a shot on net. 13:33 remaining in the first period. Come on, guys. Stop dumping, chasing, and playing on your heels. Jonathan Toews with the puck, setting it over to Stillman. Stillman sends it to Gustafsson. Gustafsson just flips it right in, and the Hawks don't get control because they keep playing dump and chase. Kubalik over to Kershev. Kershev tried to feed it in the slot, and nothing came from it, and the Penguins just take it right back up the ice, and Fleury behind the net playing the puck over to Gustafsson. Gustafsson settling things down and going over to number 88, Patrick Kane. Kane tried to feed Doc, and it was not crisp enough, and it goes for an icing with 12:55 remaining in the first period. The Hawks are down 2-0 from a terrible start by the Chicago Blackhawks, allowing the Penguins to win the opening faceoff, take it up 15 seconds into play, score. And then about 5 minutes later, Penguins scored again by Marc-Andre Fleury trying to play the puck behind the net, and they steal it, open net, goal for Penguins by O'Connor. Jeff Carter with the puck, and Kane takes it. DeBrincat feeds it to Doc. Doc in the slot in the middle zone and dumping it around the ice, and for a ice offside. If I'm Jeremy Colleton right now, I would be changing my game plan coming out to games, because what he does, he's the coach. I'm finding him accountable for this. He's the coach. You need to get your team ready to play when a game is starting. This is the 3rd game in a row you have not gotten your team going to start. Let's look at the scores around the league, because right now the Hawks are down easily because they don't know how to start hockey games. Is this honestly the Hawks' way of wanting to play a hockey game? It shouldn't be. I get it. They showed resiliency in their last 2 games to battle back to try and force overtime and then force overtime. But for crying out loud, stop coming into games on your heels and letting teams walk all over you. I get this is a back-to-back game, but this is a game you want to come out playing angry after a loss that was handed to you in overtime 24 hours ago. Already ranting in the first live stream of watching a Blackhawk game, guys. Oh my God. Looks like we're going to have a long night tonight, because the Hawks just can't get their game going early in this in their starts. Kirby Dach at the dot, facing off against Jeff Carter. And come on, Docker. 77 versus 77 for each team. Dach loses a draw to Carter. Penguins sends it up. And Jake McCabe gets the puck behind the crease. And the Hawks are just in a board battle. Penguins just shoot it on and tried to deflect it in, but no goal there as it went wide. Hawks regain control. Jake McCabe tried to feed DeBrincat. Bad pass by McCabe, and the Hawks, however, going back into their defensive play as Jeff Carter gains control, and the Hawks look to be going to the penalty kill. For crying out loud, Hawks. It appears to be Kirby Dach to the box. Yep, Kirby Dach to the box, and the Penguins go to the power play as Dach is called for high sticking, but I feel like he really didn't high stick Gensel. Jonathan Toews at the dot, wins the draw, but the Penguins battle, and Murphy just clears it out into the neutral zone. Penguins regain control in their defensive zone. The Hawks, why are you showing that stat? Jesus Christ, it's only, I get it, you don't show a stat like that. That's a kiss of death always. Hawks are on their heels and have to try and clear it. Penguins, Letang gets it and goes down to Gensel. Gensel sends it across the ice for Carter and saved by Fleury. And the Penguins regain control. Penguins, Letang with the puck. And Kara was playing it well on Letang to try and keep it away. And Letang in the neutral zone with control of the puck. Yeah, I feel like that was a horrible call. Oh no. Gensel with the puck, and he shoots it wide in the slot. The Penguins regain control. Gensel, Letang with it, and Letang shoots it down. Gensel with the shot on a backhand and a save by Fleury. 45 seconds remaining on the Penguins power play. Hawks down 2-0 with 10 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the first period. Why is this thing? McKenzie and whistle at the dot. And the Penguins win the faceoff. Penguins get it back and setting up their power play. And Jones, I'm shocked, didn't get called for a penalty because he did trip someone. And I believe that was Zucker that he tripped. And the Hawks clear it down the ice. 25 seconds remaining on the Penguins power play. Here we go again. The Penguins taking it through the neutral zone, taking it up. And the Hawks need to keep them wide. Jones getting played, and the Penguins settling things down. And Jones blocks it, and Tyler Johnson clears it down the ice, and that has killed the Penguins power play. 10 minutes remaining in the first period, and the Hawks are down 2-0. Erik Gustafsson getting board battled, and Kirby Dach gained control, but Alex DeBrincat now with the puck dumping it in, and the Penguins gain control off the boards, but Dach got there to try and poke check it. DeBrincat behind the net sends it up to Erik Gustafsson. Gustafsson down for Kane. Kane over to DeBrincat on the point, and he tried to shoot and it got blocked. Kane with the puck, settling things down, looking for Erik Gustafsson. Gustafsson tries to break in to Kane. Kane leaves it for DeBrincat. DeBrincat to Gustafsson. Gustafsson pinching up. Getting checked to the boards as he couldn't get the puck off his stick. The Penguins now control, and Letang with the puck, sending it up the ice is the Penguins, but Gustafsson gains it, and Kane with the puck, settling it, looking in, and it doesn't get in on DeBrincat enough. And the Penguins are on another 2-on-1 break, and they score again. It's 3-0 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. 9 minutes remaining in the first period. McGinn with the goal. Colleton, I honestly, your game plan sucks. The Hawks go on another 2-on, let the Penguins walk in with another 2-on-1 break, and the Penguins take control and score this time, and the Hawks are down 3 goals with 9 minutes remaining in the first period. Jeff Carter with the puck. Holy crow, come on, guys. Dominic Kubalik on a breakaway getting pope jacked. Jesus. Jeff Carter with the puck. And the Penguins gain control. And they score. It's 4-0. Take Fleury out. Just take him out. Put Lankinen in. Holy crap. I'm sorry, Fleury, but this game is terrible. Marc-Andre Fleury tonight has not been reading the puck. That time he was screened, so he had no chance to even see it. So the Hawks are now down 4-0 to the Pittsburgh Penguins with 8:35 remaining in the first period. What are you doing, Colleton? Lankinen getting the mask and going into the game. Because Fleury, this game has the Hawks is not doing anything. The offense isn't there. The defense isn't there. The goaltending's not there. This is a game that the Hawks needed to come out to try and gain momentum off of. Marc-Andre Fleury's out of the net with 8 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the first period, letting in 4 goals. The second one was on Fleury. And the first one was kind of a weak goal, but you have to kind of hold him accountable for that second goal that the Penguins scored. This has been horrendous, what the Hawks have come out to play. Kevin Lankinen in net for your Chicago Blackhawks, and we're down 4-0 already in this game. Here we go. Hendrik Borgstrom at the dot, winning the faceoff. The Hawks dumping it in because that's what Colleton's doing this game, it seems like. A dump and chase hockey game. The Penguins clearly came out to play. The Hawks clearly did not. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm coming off really ranty tonight, but holy crap. Penguins are in the control of the puck, and the Hawks just... Tyler Johnson just with a big hit, but the Hawks just can't get control at all. This game is looking already as a loss, it seems like. The Hawks are going to start I don't know how they can really feasibly... Oh my God! The Hawks almost had a goal. Wow. But honestly, how the actual hell do you continue to come out and play like this? And there you go. Oh my God. They did not score, but the Penguins had a breakaway and almost had a chance. But the Hawks, Riley Stillman got the puck away from the Penguin forward to basically void out the breakaway. What is wrong with this team this year? I get it. A lot of these players are new to the roster, but you had your first true training camp, Colleton, this year. You had your true first preseason this year, and you haven't worked out, it seems like, to get something going. Patrick Kane with the puck over to Varenka, and he shoots it wide in the slot. It's clearly one of those nights for your Chicago Blackhawks. 6:12 remaining in the first period. Hawks down 4-0. Fleury let in probably 2 weak goals. And by the fourth one, the Hawks had to go to Kevin Laakkonen. DeBrincat was in the slot and he would have had a goal, but he rings it off the iron. I wouldn't blame you. Oh my God, Hawks. Just stop letting Pittsburgh just walk all over you. You should act. In my opinion, the Hawks have a better team on paper than the Penguins do. The Hawks only have 3 shots on net, where the Penguins have 10 with multiple high quality chances by the Penguins. This game already seems like the Hawks just don't want to even play it because they aren't. All players and the coaching staff should be held accountable for this start. Khrushchev with the puck over to Jonathan Toews. Toews sends it around the ice, and Kubalik couldn't get to it, but he did check someone. Khrushchev gains control. Jones playing over to Kubalik. Kubi tried to feed it to Toews. Toews was getting double teamed by the Penguins. Toews now with the puck loses control, but the Hawks regain it. Jones down to Hagel. Hagel behind the goal line over to Toews. Toews sends it in, and the Penguins, Jake Gensel gains control. Because I still don't understand that firing, to be quite honest. But I feel like Colleton's seat should be getting hotter and hotter right now. I get it. It's only 3 games into this season, but holy crap. Nice save there by Laakkonen. Hawks just don't look like they get ready for games. And I know this is a second of a back-to-back, but still, this team should be better than what they have been doing the last 3 games, especially coming out to play. 3 games in a row. You go down early. 3 games in a row. Well, 2 games in a row. You allowed the first goal of the game within 20 seconds of play. Right there, there's an issue. .333 remaining in the first period. Penguins up 4-0. At this point, maybe. I don't know. Fleury's still going to be the starter, but right now, he's allowed 8 goals in his Blackhawks debut in 2 games of play. I get it. It's early in the season, but still, you need to get off to play well to start a season if you want to make a chance out of making this roster look better than what this roster is better than on the paper than what they have shown for me. They should be a lot better than what they are showing. Kirby Dach steals the puck behind the net, and the Penguins regain control. The Penguins taking the puck into the neutral zone. Jake Gensel gains it, but Jones sends it over to Dach. Dach tried to feed DeBrincat, but Cat was not with his stick open to make a play. 2:05 remaining in the first period. Hawks down 4-0. I think the Hawks just need to go try and draw a penalty on the Penguins, have a chance on the power play, get something going. Come on, Taze. Taze getting hooked. What is that? Dahan with the puck. Sends it up over to Kurashev. Kurashev getting checked to the boards. The Penguins are just sending the Hawks to board play and working it out with the T. Jonathan Taze tried to play it from a wrapping around, but couldn't get a play off. I agree. Before the game, I was listening to NHL Network Radio, and someone was saying how Colleton seat should be getting pretty hot right now. If I am quoting it kind of right, I don't think I am, but he said if the Hawks don't continue to play well, expect Colleton seat to get really hot. 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Hawks down 4-0. Let's look at the goal scorers from the game, shall we? Because holy crap, the Hawks could not get anything going this period. And yeah, there's 40 seconds remaining in the period. I should mention that again. 15 seconds into play, Teddy Bluger scores his second of the season. Then 5 minutes later, at 5:33 in the first period, Drew O'Connor scored his NHL first goal. This goal was honestly on Marc-Andre Fleury. He should have not come out to play. Penguins went on a rush, and it was taken by Simon. Simon feed it to O'Connor. O'Connor had an open net, and he scored. Then at 10:59 in the first, Brock McGinn scores, and it was assisted by Drew O'Connor. This was a 2-on-1 break. All Penguins score. Then at 11:25 in the first, this is what chased Marc-Andre Fleury out of net. Fleury got screened, and Dayton Heinen scored his third of this season, assisted by Gensel and Carter. Carter was up front of the net, and the Hawks had nothing to do. They had a rough start again, and they can't get something going. I don't understand this team right now. I'm going to continue this live stream, guys. Don't worry, I am. Am I frustrated at the Hawks and how they've come out to play in the last 3 games? Yeah, I am. This needs to cut. They need to cut it out and play hockey. I guess the period is over. Something happened. 40 seconds remaining in the first period, and we just saw the players go off the ice into the locker rooms. I guess the glass broke. Yeah, glass broke. So we're in intermission, guys. Hawks down 4-0 to the Pittsburgh Penguins. What I'm expecting would happen, that means at the start of the second period, they will tack on 40 seconds. That's my guess, at least. This was a terrible game to start. Terrible game plan, I'm assuming, because Colleton needs to be held accountable in some way. This team has not gotten off to play in each of the 3 games they've played so far. There's accountability in that. This is the 3rd game in a row the Hawks go down early. 2nd game in a row that's within 20 seconds of play. I get it. This is a back-to-back, but that's just unacceptable hockey. The Penguins managed to get 13 shots on net. Want to know what the Hawks managed to get? 3. 3 shots on net. Right there. There is an issue. This goal, that first goal by the Penguins, basically it's backbreaker. Teddy Bluger just throws it on Marc-Andre Fleury. Fleury went sliding over to try to stop a 2-on-1 break, and it went in the net. I would say that goal is on Fleury. I don't understand this team. We won't get into the playoffs if we continue to play like this. I get it. It's the third game of the year. We should not be overreacting to stuff like this. But this is my issue. We need to find a way to get to games and play them easily, where they aren't going in slow and not playing hockey. Because our first game of the regular season in the United Center, you better not be showing up to the UC like this. You should be showing up to your home barn on Tuesday night playing smart hockey. I just don't know what is wrong with this team. I'm not saying Fleury is washed. I don't think he is. 2 of the goals he let in were, yes, his fault. But the few goals he allowed in really aren't. Let's see what his goals against average is, because it's at 8. It has to be, because that's what he's allowed in 2 games of play. Not even 2 games of play, because he has only played a game and a period and a half. That's it. He only played one full game and a half a period. There's an issue. Why is my phone not charging? Well, this isn't even going to update yet. I could pretty much figure out how many shots he's faced today, because he faced most of the shots during the game. Yeah, tonight he ends up with just a bad start. By Toyota. What are you talking about, Hawkthorne? I didn't notice it was sponsored by Toyota. I think everyone's ticked. I think every Blackhawk fan should be ticked. I know last year the Hawks said they are a rebuilder, and they said they were going to take time and rebuild, but then they decided in the off season to actually try and contend. Well, there's accountability in both spots, Bowman and Colleton. This is I honestly think in my opinion, I don't know how Colleton survives after tonight. The defense should be better. I don't know. I don't know. I'm wearing my Marc-Andre Fleury jersey tonight, and he's not looked good in the first 2 games he's played. Well, first game and half a period he's played. He looked good in the second and third period, I would admit, last in a Wednesday night, but he has not looked good. He did not look good when he was out there tonight. Yeah. Here's a interesting fact, guys. The Buffalo Sabres are better than us right now to start this season. The Buffalo Sabres right now are better than the Blackhawks to start the season. Yeah. Yeah, poor Flower, but he did not show up to play for the first, in my opinion, today. Nor did anyone else on the Hawks. I get it; it's a back-to-back, but there needs to be accountability in both the players and coaches. I, in my opinion, this is what I was saying in the off season. I never said it on video, but Jeremy Colleton, in my opinion, is not the right coach for this team. He's a developmental coach. He's a coach to go for developing young players. That's it. Not a coach to go and try and push for the playoffs. I predicted the Hawks to be 4th place in this division. But right now, we only are going to have 1 point to start first 3 games of the season. I don't know how the Hawks come back from this game. I agree. Back-to-back should not be this bad. The Hawks just don't look good. Yeah, ESPN Plus basically is the replacement of NHL TV. I wonder if today it's because the game's also on NHL Network, and that could be an issue. I who's hockey? I honestly don't know. I From what I was reading, ESPN Plus was supposed to be the replacement of NHL TV in the US because NHL TV is only accessed in like Canada and Europe and stuff like that, not ESPN Plus. Oh, shots attempt. Here's something that will make you even laugh even more. 23-5 in favor for Pittsburgh. Well, I don't think anyone's going to want to take Steph Jones' contract. We just signed it. It's $9.5 million, and that's going to be a tough contract in the future to move. I would say this. I just never understood the signing. Yeah, he was okay last night. I would agree there, but he was not the greatest everywhere else. Okay, guys. If the Hawks lose tonight, I'm just saying this. You're going to get a full on rant during the review. You already got parts of the rant during the live stream, but you will get a full rant during the review, I feel like, if the Hawks continue to play like this. There. Right now, I have the score up. Don't like how that looks. Yeah. Now we have the score on the stream. Thanks, Ryan. Got it for my birthday, but Fleury did not look good today. I wanted to wear it for his return back to Pittsburgh tonight, and well, that was a bad idea. I mean, other than Mark Crawford, no Tortorello is with, I believe, ESPN. He's pretty much the only coach I can think of right now that's available. Because in my opinion, I would not have Mark Crawford as a replacement for Jeremy Colleton. He's part of the coaching staff. If you decide to change coaching staff, you change coaching, you have to change out from you don't want to keep the same staff members in. Yeah, I wouldn't even go for Tortorello, but he's like the only coach available I can think of off the top of my head. I wouldn't even go because I don't think Babcock's ever coming back to the NHL. And plus, I would never have wanted him behind the bench of the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm watching on NHL Center Ice. Yes, Moose Hockey. Yeah, I wonder that too. Here's a question. What if the Hawks went with a coach that's never been a coach before? Oh, wait, they did. Colleton. Colleton in the NHL, that's it. For sure. Oh, I see all you guys, what you've been posting in the Discord. I just checked Discord, guys. Yep. I the season's early enough. I get it. I usually don't say this on channel, but fire Colleton. He should be on the hot seat. He should be held accountable for most play. Second period of play is on now, but are they going to still continue the first 40 seconds, the remaining 40 seconds of the first? Let's see. Or just tack 40 seconds on in the second period? Or are they going to switch goalie sides after 40 seconds of play happened? Sometimes they do that in the NHL usually. It looks like they're going to just tack on 40 seconds. Yep, they just played 40 seconds and the horn's going to blow and the Lakin and Jarry's is going to switch sides. Murphy with the puck sends it up the ice. So, oh my god. Nice check by Khrushchev. Penguins gain control. The Penguins in the first period keep the control of play. Jonathan Toews with the puck, sending it up the ice out with 8 seconds remaining in the first period. But we go into the second period now as a official first horn of the game has just blown. Maybe Colleton with that chance to change up a play scheme and with that intermission, we get a chance to see a change from the Hawks' way of play. Probably not. Okay. If the Hawks come back in this game, holy crap. But that's going to be tough. Kirby Doc at the dot. Wins the faceoff back to Steph Jones. Jones sends the puck up the ice where the Penguins gain control. Pittsburgh takes the puck down the ice and regains control in the neutral zone and shoots it on net for the first shot of the period. The Penguins just doing what they did in the first period as they gain control. Hawks dump it down, and the Penguins just send it right back up this neutral zone. The Penguins with the puck again and just throws it on net of Kevin Lankinen. 19:26 remaining in the second period. Murphy with the puck. Flips it into the neutral zone. Borkstrom does not gain control as Pittsburgh does. The Penguins just continue their play they did last period. Brandon Hagel takes it in. Tyler Johnson to Hagel. Hagel getting checked to the boards. Hagel loses control, and the Penguins Zucker takes get down the ice. Oh, nice save by Lakeinen. 18:57 remaining in the period. Hawks down by 4. Here we go. 4th line out for the Hawks. Lickkinen's just resetting his gear, I guess. Hawks have won 64% of the faceoffs. Does that matter tonight? No, as they are down by 4-0 to the Pittsburgh Penguins from the first period, first 10 minutes of play, really. Adam Gaudette with the puck, dumping it in. Murphy is pinching up all the way, and the Penguins gain control, sending it into the neutral zone. But the Penguins doesn't get it into the neutral zone. Now they do, sending it up into the Hawks' defensive zone. Jake McCabe getting checked to the boards when he was trying to gain control of the puck. McCabe now with it goes to Gaudette. Gaudette taking it into the neutral zone, dumping it down the ice where Jujhar Khaira doesn't get to it, but the Penguins do. Brendan Hagel steals the puck to Khaira. Khaira fires, and it goes high and wide. The Penguins gain control back and taking it up into the neutral zone. Here we go again. O'Connor with the shot and a save by Lakeinen. Brendan Hagel with the puck, settling things down behind Lakeinen. And Hagel loses control as the Penguins keep controlling a play on the Hawks' defensive zone. Kubalik dumps it in, and the Penguins regain control. Here we go again. This is basically what I've said all period long in the first period. Hawks get the puck and just dump it in, and the Penguins gain control. That's basically what's happening again. Hawks only have 3 shots on net after 1 period of play. Don't have a single shot on net now on this period. Here we go. DeBrincat tried to feed it to Kane. No crisp passes as well. Jeff Carter with the puck here, and DeBrincat steals it from Carter. Kirby Dach with the puck, trying to get it in zone. DeBrincat, and he does not get a crisp pass from Dach. Dach now has it to Jones. Jones dumping it into the Hawks offensive zone where the Penguins regain control. Here we go again. Kirby Dach with the puck for Patrick Kane. Kane sends it up to Jones. Jones to Kane. Kane going to Jones. Fires it wide, and it doesn't get on net. Where Dach with the puck over to Kane. Kane couldn't get down to Jones on the blue line to keep it in play. Where the Dach now in the neutral zone over to Kane. Kane in the offensive zone looking over to Jones. Fires, and it was saved by Jerry. The Penguins gain control, sending it into the neutral zone, and the Hawks now have in their defensive zone. Steph Jones feeds it up over to Borgstrom. Borgstrom doesn't get a crisp pass because it just ricochets off the boards. Jones settling up, and Philip Kurashev with the puck, looking for opening to get around the net, looking back down to the blue liner of Tyler Johnson, firing it up, and it goes high. Hendrik Borgstrom behind the net to Johnson. Johnson to Kurashev. Kurashev couldn't get it off cleanly. Eric Gustafson couldn't get a good pass around where Borgstrom gets it in the neutral zone. Kurashev goes up to Stillman. Stillman getting tripped to Kurashev. Kurashev trying to feed it to Tyler Johnson in the doorstep. Johnson behind the net, settling things down, looking for an open man of Stillman. Stillman to Johnson. Johnson down to Gustafson. Gustafson settling things down at the blue line for Patrick Kane. Kane going across the ice. Delay penalty for the Penguins. And we will have the first power play for the Chicago Blackhawks. There we go. Hawks on the power play. Jonathan Toews, Tyler Johnson, Alex DeBrincat, Steph Jones, and Patrick Kane out there for the power play. Hawks have shown they can do some good stuff with the power play. DeBrincat with the puck. Over to Jones. Jones to Kane, and he scores! Patrick Kane with 15 minutes remaining in the second period. Patrick Kane with his first of the season. Gets it past Tristan Jarry. That was a quick power play for your Chicago Blackhawks there. As the Hawks just win the faceoff, Jonathan Toews wins it back to Kane. Kane fed it over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat fed it to Jones. Jones went over to Kane, and Kane just snipes it past Jarry. Hawks are on the board by a Patrick Kane goal. Hawks now within 3. Can we do it? Going to be tough. All right, here we go, guys. Hawks now are on the board, so maybe that power play can gain momentum. It hasn't worked out so far. The Penguins are just controlling the puck in the Hawks defensive zone. And Whistle fed it to Kara. Kara just dumps it in. Jarry couldn't get to the puck. And Whistle gets over where the Hawks regain control at the blue line was Murphy. Murphy down to and Whistle tried to feed it to McCabe. And got down with the shot. And it was saved by Jarry. And it's still 4-1 Penguins. There was a good onslaught there by the Chicago Blackhawks, getting a chance from made by McKenzie and Whistle. And Whistle went up front of Jarry and screened him well for a Gaudette shot, but couldn't get the rebound. So 14-18 remaining in the second period. Hawks down by 3 goals. Here we go again. Kubalik out there for the Hawks. Jonathan Toews at the faceoff dot with Brendan Hagel. What's going on here? Toews at the dot, looking to win it back to Kubalik. Kubalik fed it to DeHaan. DeHaan fed it to Jones. Jones fired it on net. Hawks now have control. Toews feeds it to Jones. Jones tried to fire it down the ice onto net. Toews gains it right back. Toews goes down around the net, looking for an open man, going back to DeHaan. DeHaan fires, and it was blocked by a Penguin up front of the net. Jarry without a stick. Hawks still moving the puck well. Jones down to Toews. Toews couldn't get it as it went up a little too high. Jarry sticks making a play on the Penguins. Oh, that's good to see. Well, I meant by Jarry's stick, he had a loose stick in the ice, and it was helped the Penguins not getting a good control to get it out of the Hawks offensive zone. Now the Penguins clear it down the ice where Eric Gustafsson with the puck. Gustafsson feeds it across the ice to Riley Stillman. Stillman to Gustafsson. Gustafsson dumping it into the offensive zone where the Penguins gain control. But DeBrincat got there in time. It just wasn't enough for him to get there. Jarry's still without his stick. The Hawks need to take advantage of it. Jarry without a stick, you should take advantage of a goalie without their stick. Come on, guys. Doc around the ice over to Stillman. Stillman settling things down, and it goes up to Patrick Kane. Kane tried to send it over for DeBrincat, but DeBrincat couldn't get to it because the Penguins stole the puck. The Penguins now with control again, sending it into the neutral zone. They are playing it well on a 2-on-1, but the Hawks get there in time to stop it. DeBrincat flips it into the neutral zone where the Penguins gain control. Penguins sending it back into the Hawks off a defensive zone. McCabe feeds it to Gustafsson. Gustafsson doesn't get a clean pass off, and holy cow, what a save by Laakkonen, as Laakkonen lost his stick with 12 minutes remaining in the second period. The Hawks are down by 3. The Penguins now are controlling it. We're linking him without his stick. The Hawks now are on a rush. Tyler Johnson with the puck, sending it into the offensive zone with Philip Kurashev. Kurashev getting checked off the puck, and the Penguins dump it in. Lakeinen just going to hold the puck so he can get his stick back and get a whistle. Both goalies without their stick for a good amount of time. 11:34 remaining in the first period. Hawks got on a board by a Patrick Kane power play goal. Now he is only one goal away from tying Steve Larmer for third all-time goals. If I said that right in Blackhawks history. Yeah, Kaner got one on the board. He scored it on the power play. Hawks got a power play. Taves won the faceoff, got it over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat fed it to Kane. Kane fed it to Jones. Jones down to DeBrincat. DeBrincat back to Jones. Jones to Kane. And Kane buried it past Jarry. Hawks worked out a quick power play, and there you go. That's something you want to see out of the Hawks. Keep their power play going. But we still are down by 3 goals because we got to a bad start yet again. It was a snapshot. It was basically a nice wrister by Patrick Kane with a lot of power on it. Okay, guys, do you like how I decided to put the score right here with the period right there? I think that looks a little bit nicer. Let's see if the Hawks can somehow draw another penalty on the Penguins so they have a chance to go back to the power play. Is that Kara at the dot? Yep, Kara's at the dot. Loses the face-off to the Penguins. The Penguins sends it, trying to get into the slot, but they did not. Kara going over and making a check. The Penguins gain control. Kara clears it into the neutral zone, but the Penguins send it up the ice. Jones feeds it to DeHaan. DeHaan back to Jones. Jones settling things down in the defensive zone, going into the neutral zone. Hawks had their fourth line out, so it's not one of the highly offensive threats on the team. Jones tried to fire it on, and it just didn't go in. Jones steals the puck back. Kara with the puck. Looking in. Oh, and Gaudette just couldn't get enough in. .10:44 remaining in the second period. Well, the Hawks were cycling the puck, and it led to the Hawks just drawing a penalty, and that's how they got the power play. Kirby Dach at the dot loses the faceoff to the Penguins. The Penguins is settling things down in the Hawks offensive zone, and they get it up to the blue line. Kirby Dach now with it, going over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat in the neutral zone for Kane. Kane going down to his defensive zones over to Riley Stillman. Stillman dumping it in, and the Penguins just check the Hawks out. He really didn't get chippy. It was just one of those type of penalties when a cycle happens, when one team continues to play for a extended period of time in offensive zone, tires out a team, leads to a power play. Patrick Kane at the dot. Let's see how he does against Bluger. Kane does not win the faceoff, which is not surprising because he's not a centerman. Bluger with not Bluger. That was not Bluger. Okay. Yeah, it was Bluger at the dot. Oh, nice hit by Eric Gustafson. Holy cow, Penguins are just moving the puck. Hawks can't get it up. Patrick Kane now gets it to DeBrincat. DeBrincat tried to get it all the way into the offensive zone. Kirby Dach goes in! It didn't go in! And Jari saved it, but McGinn just went after Kirby Dach after he went into the net to try and score. Holy crap, Dach and McGinn are just jarring at each other, and DeBrincat has Bluger. DeBrincat just is holding Bluger down. Bluger without a helmet, DeBrincat has his bucket on. There might be a penalty coming. Some roughing should be coming, and I expect McGinn's going to the box. For the Penguins, at least. We'll see what happens after this TV timeout, I guess. I will make sure to get that ready. This second period of play, the Hawks, yeah, they've come out and played a lot better. They still need some work. Come on, guys. So, goal scorers on the night for the Penguins. Let me pull up the game stats again. Brock McGinn. Well, no, it's Teddy Bluger, Drew O'Connor, Brock McGinn, Dayton Heinen, and for your Blackhawks, Patrick Kane. It is Brock McGinn. I do believe he did leave the Hurricanes. Yes. Yeah, he signed a 4-year deal with Pittsburgh. Kirby Dach was sent to the box, but McGinn wasn't? The Hawks are to the penalty, or on the penalty kill. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Penguins have the puck in their defensive zone. Taking it into the neutral zone is Letang. Letang sends it over to Gensel. Gensel feeds it into the slot, but the Hawks were there to clear it into the neutral zone. Here we go again. Letang settling things down in his defensive zone. Hawks are back over, and the Hawks just need to just play it smart. Come on, boys. Hagel out there for the Hawks on the PK with McKenzie and Whistle. Murphy and McCabe. Sorry, I couldn't tell if that was McCabe or not. It looked like him, but it was. It looks like we're going to 4-on-4 hockey as the Penguins did trip up a Hawk. So 4-on-4 hockey as Jeff Carter is to the box. And Pittsburgh's complaining. Yeah, there should have been already 4-on-4 at least. But no, the Hawks had to go to the box for Kirby Dach getting a roughing penalty. But now it's 4-on-4 hockey. Four-on-4 hockey for 51 seconds. Then the Hawks will get a power play. Philip Kurashev, Dominic Kubalik, Riley Stillman, and Eric Gustafson out there for the Chicago Blackhawks facing off against Teddy Bluger. Bluger wins the faceoff. Penguins settling things down behind Jarry. 45 seconds remaining of the 4-on-4 play. Penguins taking it up the ice, and that is Bluger. The Hawks steal the puck, and that was Kubalik to Kurashev. Kurashev dumping it into the offensive zone. The Penguins gaining control. Penguins taking it up the ice over into the neutral zone. That almost went out of play. The Penguins are just playing keep away with 25 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Hawks are going to have to get their big guys out there ready to go for a power play here in 15 seconds. Hawks, DeBrincat couldn't get a clean pass off in the new offensive zone. 5 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4, and the Hawks to the power play. Here we go again. Power play time with the Hawks with about 1 minute remaining on the power play. Here we go. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Patrick Kane taking it through the neutral zone. It's Jonathan Toews now in the offensive zone looking for across the ice for Patrick Kane. DeBrincat trying to steal the puck back, but the Penguins dumping it into the Hawks defensive zone. Lakeinen plays it for Jones. Jones taking the puck up the and leaving it for DeBrincat or Kane. Kane now has it. 25 seconds remaining on the Hawks power play. DeBrincat going up the ice with the puck over to Toews dumping it around the ice, and Jarry almost gets a good play off it, but the Penguins clear it. 10 seconds remaining on the power play, and that's not going to be enough time to go on a good rush. Hawks just dump it in, Jarry plays it, and that is it for the Hawks power play. There is no... The Hawks really didn't have a lot of time, it feel like, on that power play to set anything up. Hawks still down by 3 goals with 6 minutes and 5 seconds remaining on a play. Hagel with the puck going over to Dominic Kubalik. Kubalik dumping it in onto Jarry, and Jarry just calls for a whistle. 6:02 remaining in the second period. Here we go again. Hawks setting up for a face-off in the offensive zone. Kubalik had a good play. He batted the puck down the ice, but the Hawks just need to get something going. Adam Gaudette out there for the Hawks. Hendrik Borgstrom and Philip Kurashev out there. That's actually a line of all centermen. That's interesting to see. Gaudette is getting checked to the boards by the Penguins. The Penguins just clear it down the ice. McCabe's holding someone back, and Jones gets back down before a Penguin 2-on-1 rush. Hawks trying to keep the Penguins out. And big save by Lakeinen! Holy cow. Hawks are just getting outplayed now by the Penguins. The Penguins is keeping this young Hawks line just to a standpoint. Borgstrom dumping it in, and the Hawks go for a change. We now have Jujhar Khaira out there with Patrick Kane, Hendrik Borgstrom, who will be going for a line change. Now, Eric Gustafson feeds it to Riley Stillman. Stillman taking it through over to Jujhar Khaira to Kane. Kane dangles himself through, and he wanted to feed Stillman. Stillman doesn't get to it, and the Penguins are going on a 2-on-1 rush as Khaira is going to go to the penalty box for a Penguins power play. Yeah, a lot of dump and chase this game. Let's see if the Hawks have even come close to making the shots on net a little bit close. It's 12-19 for shots on net. The Penguins had a short power play last time. They've had more power play opportunities this game, but that's it. Hawks killed off their first one and then killed off the second one by drawing a penalty. Okay. Let's hope that happens. Yeah, Victor. We were talking about that in the first intermission. A lot. Jujhar Khaira to the box for hooking. Oh, wait. 4-on-4 hockey. Something must have happened? I guess we're getting 4-on-4. Let's see. A Penguin player was sent to the box, so I'm guessing 4-on-4 hockey? Because Kara was also sent to the box for his hooking. Hawks have 5 players out there. Pittsburgh only has 2 skaters right now. Oh, power play to the Hawks somehow. An additional player was sent to the box for the Penguins. Power play to Chicago. I don't know exactly what happened. Last full power play the Hawks had went in favor for a chance the Hawks could take it. Taze with the puck. Oh, he shoots it in. It almost went in off a redirection from Kane. Taze with it, getting battled, and Kane now with the puck. Kane getting battled into the boards by the Penguins. The Hawks are just trying to get that puck out of the Penguins' play, and the Penguins get it up, and the Hawks regain control. Johnson settling things down at the blue line, over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat settling things up, going to Jones. Jones looking for open man and Kane. Kane looking across the ice, trying to feed it on Taze's stick, and it just redirects high. 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining on the power play. I want to see what the penalties were exactly because. Okay. Brian Boyle was sent to the box for 4 minutes. Jujhar Khaira was sent to the box for a hooking for 2 minutes. So it will go 5 on. I guess since Khaira got a penalty, they just voided out the first, basically the first 2 minutes of a 4 minute power play from the Hawks. Oh, what a shot by DeBrincat! Oh, Johnson got to the puck and Kane in the slot, getting it over to Jones. Jones settling things down, going over to DeBrincat. DeBrincat getting checked off the puck, and the Penguins gain control. The Penguins now going up the ice, and Jones has to get to the puck, and Lakeinen plays it for Jones. Jones sends it up the ice for Patrick Kane on a slot, and Kane down to Kubalik, and Kubalik couldn't get enough of it. 27 seconds remaining on the Hawks power play. 3:09 remaining in the period. Oh my God. A lot of action there on that sequence for the power play. Kirby Dach at the dot. Dach loses the faceoff. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. Eric Gustafsson couldn't get to. Oh, that wasn't Gustafsson. Stillman. Now Gustafsson with the puck taking up the ice into the neutral zone. All the way up into the offensive zone. Gustafsson leaves the puck for Kirby Dach. Borgstrom over to Kubalik. Borgstrom gets it to Kubi. Kubi got a nice shot off, but that's it for the power play for the Hawks. A lot of action in that power play, no goal. Let's see if the Hawks can somehow get something going. Back to the delay penalty for the Hawks. Power play coming for the Penguins. Lakeinen with a big save, and he gets a rebound, and the Penguins scored. 2:05 remaining in the second period. Jason Zucker gets a rebound and scores. Am I saying? Rough rebound by Lakeinen. Hawks down 5-1. Yeah, this game's over. Take care, Ockthorn. Jake McCabe with the puck, sending it up to Dominic Kubalik. Kubalik gets it to Kurashev. Kurashev trying to deke himself through, and he shoots it on, and it's not enough. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in the second period. Hawks down 5-1. Oh, anytime the Hawks win the cup feels freaking great, but feels like it's going to be a long time till that. Yeah, it's definitely not a start to the season I expected either. In my opinion, Jeremy Colleton needs to go. I'm I usually don't say that on videos or streams, but I'm just saying it right now. Jeremy Colleton needs to go. His coaching is not working for the Hawks. Alex Brinkett at the dot loses face off to Jeff Carter. Carter wins it to the Penguins. The Penguins gaining control, and the Doc now has it. Kane goes to DeBrinket. DeBrinket into the offensive zone. Fires! And it goes wide. Calvin DeHaan with the puck. 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Patrick Kane with the puck over to trying to feed it for DeBrinket. DeBrinket with the puck sends it, trying to feed it to Doc. Doc couldn't get a pass, and the Penguins clear it out. And the Hawks just don't have what it takes to get this game going. The Hawks scored on a power play today, but it was not enough. At the end of two, the Hawks are down 5-4. Yeah, I kind of agree with there. I agree. I completely agree with that, Victor. Yeah, I kind of agree there. Guys, I will be right back. I'm going to just grab some water real quick and be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. He's good on the power play, but it's just been a rough one. Yeah, I've been streaming this entire rough game, Zach. This has been a bad one. Oh, really? Guys, don't forget also, this is only the third game of this season. A lot of hockey is still to come. Am I angry at the Hawks? Yes, I would admit I am angry right now how the Hawks have been playing their last 3 games. And that includes this one. I'm just frustrated. Colleton, in my opinion, needs to work on his game plan or he needs to go. Yeah, I feel bad for Fleury tonight too, but he has to be accountable as well. Fleury allowed 2 bad goals. And then the last 2 he allowed weren't really his fault. Here's the shot differential. 18 to 21 shots on net. That means the Hawks got quite a bit of shots made during that second period of play, which is nice to see. Zach, the Blackhawks are in a tougher division this year. You can't give them 15 games or 10 games. You have to make a decision quicker than that, in my opinion. I would go for a coach that has experience of coaching a team well, and has a good pedigree. Right now, there's really no options like that. That's why I don't like being the first team to fire a coach, but how it's looking, the Hawks are going to have to fire Colleton if the Hawks continue the way they have played. I would not hire Bruce Boudreau. He may have a good experience of coaching experienced players, but I would not go with Boudreau. There's really no options right now. I get it. We have one experienced coach on as an assistant coach in Mark Crawford, but Tocchet would be a good candidate. I would not mind seeing Rick Tocchet be a coach for the Hawks. I like Tocchet. I would not go for Babcock. I think he's a terrible coach, overrated, and I don't think he will ever have a job in the NHL ever again. Boudreau, he's a good coach, but I don't think he would work perfectly for the Hawks. Tocchet, I think, would work well because he would bring more of a defensive style to this team. And that's something the Hawks need. Yeah, Tortorella has a short leash when it comes to teams. He may have won a Stanley Cup in 2004. And he stayed much longer in Columbus than what I was thinking, and he had a good stint in the Rangers. Very short stint in Vancouver. But out of the coaching options right now, I would take Tocchet. But that's, again, Colleton isn't fired yet. He is going to have games still behind the bench of the Chicago Blackhawks. But in my opinion, the Hawks need to get something going if they want to contend for playoff hockey. Yes, this is the third game of the season, and I'm already talking contending for playoff hockey. But the thing is, every loss is going to make it harder to build in this Central Division they are in now. I predicted the Hawks to be fourth place in the Central Division this year, but right now it does not look like that. Hell, the Buffalo Sabres have been better than the Hawks. That's saying a lot. The Sabres at least has 2 wins. The Hawks have no wins. Yeah. And I don't think that I agree. I know Boudreaux is a well respected coach when he was in the league, but I just don't think he's that. I would say he's one of the would be a top option, but um I just would prefer the Hawks to go with a coach that has a style that brings more defense to their game. McCabe's been good, yeah. There's been issue. He's had a last night. He and Murphy had a rough night. I would admit that, but McCabe's been pretty solid. Are you guys liking the fact I now that I put the score and if it's an intermission or not in on my score on this little score graphic for the live streams? Who's all playing tonight? Oh, the Islanders lost today. 5-1 to the Panthers. The Islanders did. That team's going to be coming into Chicago angry. It's not the Islanders' second game. Have they already played? Yeah. The Islanders are started out 0-2 and 0 to start their season. They might be coming to Chicago angry. So should the Hawks. The Hawks should come in angry. This is our third game, and we honestly, I'm just saying it right now. They already lost this. It's 5-1. If we somehow come back in this third period and win, that would be a miracle. Do you guys like how I have the stream set up, kind of? Here we go. Third period of play is about to get going. Hawks down by 4 goals. I would say I like McCabe. I do. The Hawks just need to really work on their defense. Victor, it might be a little bit difficult for me to go live for Tuesday's game, but I'm still looking into it. It depends right now. Yeah, I'm hoping for a better result in that game as well. Jonathan T is at the faceoff dot with Kubalik and Kara. Actually, I don't really care for that line. Why put Jersey Kara on Chase's line? Tays at the dot versus Teddy Bluger. Bluger wins the faceoff. Penguins take the puck up the neutral zone, dumping it into the Hawks' defensive zone. Steph Jones gains control, and the Penguins check Jones, but Tays gains control. Hara now in the defensive zone sends it up to Jones in the neutral zone. Kubalik dumping it in. Jonathan Tays gains control in the offensive zone. Hara doesn't get a clean pass from Tays. Kubalik to DeHaan. DeHaan fires! And it goes wide. Jonathan Tays with the puck to Kubalik. Fires! And it gets blocked. DeHaan fires it wide. Steph Jones with the puck at the blue line. Feeds it to DeHaan. DeHaan shoots it around to Kubalik. Kubalik behind the net loses a bad pass, but Kubalik regains control of the puck, getting checked to the boards, and Kara over to Doc. Doc playing around, settling things down over to Eric Gustafson. Gustafson back down to Doc. Doc behind the goal line, getting checked into the boards, and the Penguins dump it into the Hawks' defensive zone. Eric Gustafson gaining control of the puck, going to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane taking up the neutral zone over to Kirby Doc. Doc dumping it into the Hawks' offensive zone, where Tristan Jarry dumping it all the way back into the Hawks' defensive zone. Patrick Kane gaining control of the puck in the defensive zone, going over to Connor Murphy. Murphy feeds it to Doc. Doc settling things down in the neutral zone, and Gustafson getting pulp checked out of the puck. And the Penguins regain it, but Murphy sends it down and keeps it in play. Doc over to Kane. Kane doesn't get a good pass off. Murphy fires, and it gets hit by his own teammate and Kirby Doc. Brandon Hagel with the puck. Hagel getting checked down to Kane. Kane going up the boards over to Murphy. Murphy shooting it down, and the Penguins gaining control, leaving it for the Jeff Carter of the Penguins. Penguins now settling things down in their defensive zone, going up the neutral zone. Zucker and Jake McCabe gains control. Riley Stillman over and up to Tyler Johnson. Johnson dumping it in, and the Penguins and the Pies Light. Nice hit by Stillman to take the puck away, but the Penguins regain control by a bad pass by Stillman, and the Penguins almost got a chance in the slot. The Penguins just now playing a little keep away here. 17 minutes remaining in the third period. Hawks down 5-1. The Hawks, Adam Gaudette dumping it into the offensive zone, but the Penguins gaining control. The Penguins taking up the neutral zone for line change. So Calvin DeHaan gains control. Taking it up is Mackenzie Entwistle. Entwistle getting checked a little bit, and the Penguins regain control. And it's a 2-on-1 break for the Penguins, and a big save by Liikanen. And here we go again. Mackenzie Entwistle with the puck, getting checked to the boards, and the Penguins gain control. Here, come on, Hawks. Eric Gustafson in the defensive zone with the puck, playing off the boards for Tays. Gustafson to Tays. Kara couldn't get a good pass from Tays. And the puck goes wrapping around by a Penguin, shooting it into the offensive zone for them. Jonathan Tays taking it up into the Hawks offensive zone. And the Penguins, Chris Letang keeping it away for Teddy Bluger to keep the puck. The Penguins have a little bit of control, and a nice shot by Kubalik, and it goes high, but Jarry makes a jumping save, and the Penguins gain control from it. 15:35 remaining in the third period. Eric Gustafson to Jonathan Tays. Tays to Gustafson. Gustafson taking it into the offensive zone, and no one else there for the zone. But Brandon Hagel now takes it in. Kirby Dockin with Murphy, Kane, Hagel, and Gustafson out there for the Hawks. 15 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Kirby Dockin the slot over, and he gets pulp checked by a Penguin on his belly. Here we go again. Penguins, there was too many men, I feel like. There, 14:50 remaining in the third period. There really hasn't been a stoppage of play. Brendan Hagel has the puck, getting checked, and Jake Gensel taking the puck up the ice. And here we go for the Penguins having offensive zone time. Jake McCabe checking in, and Patrick Kane dumping it up to Brendan Hagel. Hagel going out there for an extended period of time, so he's a little gassed. Penguins now gain control and dumping it in. Lakeinen going out to just keep play rolling. Steph Jones gets checked to the boards, and Calvin DeHaan tries to battle for it. Steph Jones going for the puck in the defensive zone, dumping it up the ice where DeBrincat couldn't get a clean pass, so the Penguins gain control in the neutral zone. Tyler Johnson going into the ice with the puck. This period has just been back and forth hockey here. Hawks, Calvin DeHaan sending it in, and it just gets deflected by McKenzie and Whistle. And Whistle gonna get a good pass off, and the Hawks just play some back and forth hockey. Here we go again. Nice try and steal from Adam Gaudette. Kevin Lakeinen plays the puck for McKenzie and Whistle. Gaudette has the puck, taking it into the neutral zone, dumping it in, and the Penguins get to the puck in time to send it back into the neutral zone, and it's 2-on-1 break for the Penguins. A sliding pull check by Riley Stillman, and the Penguins couldn't get a goal off that. Hawks are just on their heels a little bit. Gaudette sends it up into the neutral zone for a change. 12:50 remaining in the third period. Stillman with the puck, going to Connor Murphy. Murphy dumping it over to Kubalik. Murphy now has it back in the defensive zone. Stillman now looking for opening in the neutral zone. Jujhar Khaira with the puck, going over to Dominic Kubalik. Kubalik in the neutral zone for Connor Murphy. Jonathan Toews sends it into the offensive zone, but the Penguins were there in time to get the puck. The Penguins settling things down in their defensive zone. Hawks now go into neutral zone set. Connor Murphy with the pucks and getting checked by Jeff Carter. Kubalik tries to feed it to Jujhar Khaira. Khaira now has the puck in the neutral zone, going to Kubalik. Kubalik taking it into the offensive zone, leaving it for Toews. Toews fires and it gets blocked. Toews shoots it on net, and again it goes wide. Patrick Kane now out there for the Hawks, and here we go. Nice keeping the Penguins to the board, but was Jake McCabe. Patrick Kane taking it up the rush from the defensive zone all the way through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, but the Penguins gain control. 11:35 remaining in the third period. Hawks down 5-1. Calvin DeHaan with the puck to Steph Johnson. Jones sends it into the neutral zone where the Penguins gain control. Hawks just can't get a good lengthy time in the offensive zone, where the Penguins is when the Hawks get in there, the Penguins get to the puck pretty quick. Penguins now with the puck, and the Hawks stuck in the defensive zone here, and the Hawks try to get it up. Kirby Dach get into the neutral zone, and Tyler Johnson just could not get the puck. 10:50 remaining in the third period. Hawks down by 4. Riley Stillman feeds it to Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat couldn't get a clean pass out in the neutral zone where the Penguins steal it, and that's hit by Riley Stillman. Hendrik Borgstrom with the puck and to Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat tried to deke himself through the neutral zone where the Penguins don't get to him really, and the Hawks get checked down, and the Hawks have to play some defensive zone hockey. Connor Murphy tried to send it out. Bad pass by Murphy, and the Penguins steal it. Penguins are in the offensive zone for attack. Here we go again. Crystal Tang with the puck, looking to break in and try to pinch up a little bit. Letang still with the puck, feeds it over to his line mate. Letang down is O'Connor. O'Connor sends it down the ice and Lakin in with a save. Here we go. Alex DeBrincat with the puck. Waits for Adam Gaudette. Gaudette tries to feed it to DeBrincat, and he couldn't get a clean pass. McKenzie and Whistle feeds it to Steph Jones, and he fires it high and wide. Calvin DeHaan with the puck, so over to McKenzie and Whistle to Jones. Jones in the offensive zone, looking over to Kershev. Kershev down to Jones. Kershev back to Jones behind the net. Jones tried to feed it over to Gaudette. Gaudette couldn't get it off cleanly. DeHaan over to McKenzie and Whistle. And Whistle in the neutral zone. Sends it into the ice where Tristan Jarry plays it. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. This period has just been flying by with no real stoppage of play. Kevin Lakeinen over to Jake McCabe. McCabe settling the puck down to Jujhar Khaira. Khaira into the neutral zone up and flips it into the offensive zone. The Penguins gain control. Taking it up is the Penguins into the Hawks defensive zone. Jake Gensel gains control where Jujhar Khaira goes over to Taze. Taze in the neutral zone with Jake McCabe. McCabe over to Taze. Taze to get a clean pass from McCabe in the offensive zone. 8:25 remaining in the third period. Still down by 4. Here we go again. Riley Stillman with the puck in the neutral zone, taking it up and dumping it all the way into the Hawks offensive zone. There's only been considered one shot by the Chicago Blackhawks to 2 for the Penguins this period. And there's been a lot of play happening this period. I feel like the scorekeeper's a little bit off on that one. I feel like I've said a couple shots were called, but I guess they went wide. Patrick Kane with the puck in the neutral zone, taking it in, and it was just not clean, and the Penguins gain control. He fires it wide up past Lakin, and it goes high and around the dasher. Penguins, Lakin just covers it up. 7:32 remaining in the third period. That's like the first stoppage of play in the last 10 minutes. Wow. That was a very impressive third period of play. There was no stoppage really at all until just now. Hawks are currently down by 4, but we're down. It's with 7:32 remaining in the third period. So it's a rough game. I'm just saying this. I'm going to expect Kevin Lakeinen in net on Tuesday night, maybe. Unless I would still give Marc-Andre Fleury a chance on Tuesday, but right now I would go with the hot hand and Kevin Lakeinen. Oh, Doc had a chance. It just went off Patrick Kane's skate. Damn. What's up, Hockey Bro? Kirby Doc at the dot, facing off against Jeff Carter. Doc loses the face-off to Carter. The Penguins just shoot it on to Kevin Lankinen. Lankinen with the save. 7:25 remaining in regulation time. Hawks down by 4. Steph Jones sends it up the ice into the neutral zone, but the Penguins gain control. Calvin DeHaan steals it in the neutral zone for Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane over to DeHaan to Dawkin. Nothing to it. The Penguins just block it out, and the Hawks are all the way into their defensive zone. Patrick Kane leaving it for Calvin DeHaan. DeHaan sending it across the ice for Steph Jones. Jones dumping it into the Hawks offensive zone. And Hagel tries stealing the puck back. But the Penguins just clear it out cleanly. Kevin Lankinen playing the puck, and that goes to Jake McCabe. McCabe dumping it all the way up, and the Penguins settling things down. 6:35 remaining in regulation time. Connor Murphy with the puck. Going up the ice with it is McCabe through the neutral zone. Dumping it all the way in. Taze has to battle, but the Penguins gain control. Holy crap, Johnson just went in as like a freight train. Connor Murphy to Jake McCabe. McCabe sending the puck up to Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat sends it down the ice into the offensive zone for the Hawks. Adam Gaudette getting checked to the boards with the puck, but the puck comes loose, and that is Mackenzie Entwistle trying to get the puck. Adam Gaudette getting checked off from getting control. Gaudette now into the neutral zone with the puck, settling things down, going over to Riley Stillman. Stillman sends it around the ice and O'Connor has the puck for the Penguins. Penguins sends it into the offensive zone, and the Hawks, Riley Stillman gaining control behind the net, sending it up the ice for where the Penguins gain control again. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in regulation time. Hawks down 5-1. Goal scorers from tonight's game. Teddy Bluger, Drew O'Connor, Brock McGinn, Danson Heinen, Patrick Kane, Jason Zucker. Total shots on net this period. So hasn't updated. One to 4 in favor for Pittsburgh. One shot. That's unacceptable. They had 3 shots in the first period, which was a terrible period of play. Second period, you put up 15. You looked good. And you couldn't just try and battle back. Third period, it's just been back and forth hockey, and Pittsburgh had a little bit more control of the play. Drew Jarkera wins the faceoff over for Jake McCabe. McCabe feeds it to Steph Jones, and Taze getting checked, and the Penguins clear it get. Oh, the puck went out of play, I guess. 4:59 remaining in the third period. I would say so. In the first and second period intermission, first and second intermission, we were basically talking about how Colleton should be on the hot seat. It would not surprise me if he's on the hot seat right now. Kubalik with the puck, especially since the Hawks don't know how to get off to a start in a game. That's a little bit on a way of coaching. You need to coach your team to get out to play immediately. And in my opinion, he isn't, because this team has not gotten out to play in any of their games to start. Kirby Duck scores with 4:03 remaining in the third period. Kirby Duck with a tic-tac goal started by Patrick Kane. Kane fed it to Hagel. Hagel feeds it to Doc, and Doc just snipes it past Jari. Hawks get their second of the night. It's still probably not enough. Nice goal, though. It was a steal by Patrick Kane. Kane to Hagel. Hagel to Doc, and Doc just snipes it. That was tic-tac goal type of hockey. 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Kirby Doc with his second of the season, and a great passing play by Kane to Hagel to Doc and goal. Patrick Kane with the puck again, settling things down. Going down to Hagel. Hagel getting checked by Jeff Carter. Hagel still gains control. Kirby Doc behind the net. Kirby looking for an open man down in the point, and that's Stillman. Stillman shoots it down. Kirby Doc steals it back. Kirby getting checked, and the Penguins get control. Connor Murphy with the puck, dumping it into the Hawks offensive zone, and Tristan Jarley sets it up. Yeah, that was a sloppy defensive play by Pittsburgh leading to the Kirby Doc goal. But whatever. The Docker got on the board. Calvin Dawn has the puck sending up the ice. But the Penguins just get back control. Jake McCabe feeds it to DeHaan. DeHaan getting checked by a Penguin player. I could not tell who that was. And that was shot wide. Tyler Johnson, get on the rush. Johnson doesn't go much. Penguins now on into the neutral zone is Hendrik Borgstrom. Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat settling things down in the neutral zone, looking for an opening to shoot it into the offensive zone. He gets checked down, and 2:22 remaining in the third period. Hawks down by 3. Jake McCabe sends it up to Adam Gaudette. Gaudette to McCabe. McCabe sends it down. And the Hawks just couldn't get it much. 2:05 remaining in regulation time. Still down by 3 goals. Philip Kurashev dumping it in. Kurashev getting checked, but still has control as the Hawks. The Penguins now steal it out and going up the ice with it to Bluger, but the Hawks gain control in the neutral zone, and that was Riley Stillman. Stillman fed it to Kurashev. Kurashev couldn't get it cleanly. Goes down where Gaudette got it, but it went to Taze, and Taze fed it to Stillman. Stillman's out of board play, and the Penguins steal the puck out. The Penguins are taking it into the neutral zone and dumping it in. At 1:19 remaining in the third period, we might be seeing an icing. Hawks with control. Jake McCabe over to Connor Murphy. Murphy sends the puck to Jujhar Khaira where he got checked, and the puck could have gone for icing, but it was not called. 105 remaining in regulation time. 10 minute. Now, Khaira checking with 55 seconds remaining. It's just stuck in the boards. Penguins are just trying to just kill the clock and just end this game for their fans. McCabe sends it up to Jujhar Khaira. McCabe now with the puck in the defensive zone, sending the puck up. And the Penguins just are playing keep away to kill the clock with 36 seconds remaining. Patrick Kane tried stealing it in the neutral zone, and the Penguins is clearing it up. McCabe dumping it up the ice for Kane. Kane going to Kirby Dach. Dach on the race for Hagel. Hagel to Dach, and it gets checked. There's 15 seconds remaining in regulation time and an icing at 13.3 remaining in third period. Hawks pretty much have just lost this game because I don't think you're going to put up 3 goals in a matter of 13 seconds. That would be insane, though. That would be. Hendrik Borgstrom on the faceoff. Dahan tried shooting it on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the game is over as the Hawks lose 5-2. And that was all because the start of the first period. Hawks, Kevin Laakkonen came in to net. He looked good. And Marc-Andre Fleury in the first half of the first period just did not look good. Colleton needs to look at something where he needs to try and get this team going early in games, but that's it. I'm going to end this stream out here. I want to say thank you for you guys coming to the stream, and make sure to catch the review video where I'm going to get involved, where I'm going to just say what happened during this game that the Hawks lose 5-2. Thank you for again, and most of all, Colleton needs to work on his coaching ways to get this team going. Thank you, and have a good night, guys.